Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, just driving through the thriving community of Carrizozo, New Mexico, on my way for a morning drive. Unleaded here is $3.09 there, and it's $2.99 right across the street. Amazing. But what are we going to talk about today? I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about RVing, RV living on the road, you know what I mean? Trying to find a place to stay and all that stuff. And because I've been doing some thinking, because I'm out here on the road, and I've been to Valley of Fires, I've been to Oliver Lee, and I got a clicking noise in my video thing up here, and I don't know why. And it'll come right through into the video. It will. And there's not, hold on a minute, guys. I gotta do a minor or major repair, because this thing will, that sound will come right into the video. Anyway, if it does, it does. I can't do much about it right now, because this is a rough street. This is downtown Carrizozo, and their street budget is limited. So, speed limit's 25 too. I'm going 23. So I've done Valley of Fires, Oliver Lee, over to Elephant Butte, over to, where was I? Cavallo Lake, then over to Elephant Butte. Now I'm back at Valley of the Fires, and what I'm finding is, of course, Valley of the Fires during the week is not very crowded, so you can pretty much find you a first come, first serve site there anytime during the week. Now on the weekends, I'm not too sure. However, the Bureau of Land Management on their improved sites is going to reservations only. So what does that mean? Well, it means you're going to have to start reserving your sites. BLM, is that good? No, you won't have to reserve boondocking sites and all that stuff, but wherever they have an improved site that has water and electric and stuff like that, you're going to have to reserve it. Does that create a problem? Well, kind of does for me, because I really don't like to make reservations, because if I make them for a week, then after about 3 or 4 days, I want to get the hell out of there. Well, you know, I'm stuck, or I force myself to stay, and that's not fun for me. So what are you going to do about it? Well, let me finish the story first. Don't interrupt me. So what we got now, what I found out was that, because I canceled a reservation with New Mexico State Parks, and I found this out. Not only do they charge you a $12 reservation fee in the beginning, a maximum of $12. If you reserve a site for 3 nights, it's $4 a night reservation fee. Total of, for 3 days or more, it's $12, okay? Reservation fee from Reserve America, which is a privately owned corporation out of Dallas, Texas. It is not part of the U.S. government. They want you to think it is, that's all. So then if you go in to cancel, what they do is they hit you with a $17 cancellation fee. So if you reserve a site for 3 days or more, and you have to cancel it for whatever reason, it's going to cost you $39 in fees to Reserve America, which is split, I'm sure, with the state of New Mexico, and everybody's happy but you. Do I like that? No. So what I'm looking for and have looked for is a home base around here. I found one in Cloudcroft, but you know, it's too big for old Dad, and that's the end of that story. And then I've looked at, you know, I thought, well, you know, and then build a cabin in Llano, I mean, I'm just staying busy, guys, just staying busy. So what I've done now is, I think I have found me a spot, a relatively inexpensive RV park out in the boonies, yeah, it's pretty nice. Beautiful views, price is right, conveniently located to Capitan, Carrizozo, Tularosa, Alamogordo. Yeah, it's got some real pluses, okay? And why would I do that? Well, it would be a nice place to have, to use, either to stay in the summers. Elevation's 5,200 feet. So yeah, it's going to be warm there. It'll be, you get at that level, you're going to get into the 90s in the summer, but it'll be 88 to 92 for the highs, you know, the hot months, July and August. But the good thing is the humidity is pretty low, and it's got some beautiful views, and you got some beautiful drives you can take if you choose to, or I can. So that's kind of where I'm headed now. And as far as the cabin in New Mexico, I mean, hello, come in, Rusty. in Texas, in Llano, I don't know, man. I tried living in that house in Cloudcroft, and man, I don't know. I'm just thinking, you know what I mean? But yeah, and another thing about RVing, whenever you're going to state parks, national parks, or whatever you're going to, is with me, there's two things that happen when you're RVing. One, you're either around or among people. Okay. If you're boondocking, you're just around people, maybe because they're dispersed all around you, and you could be the same way in a state park. You're just there, and there's people around. Then there's the case where you're among people, and that's your group campers. The people that go in groups to different campsites, and I'm not that kind. I'm not a groupie, so to speak. So I'm an around people camper instead of an among people camper. So that's a good thing. And as far as getting mail and stuff like that, that's not a big issue. I can get a P.O. box here in Carrizozo, not a problem. And forward the mail back and forth. It's going to get lost anyway, so hell, at least they'll lose it somewhere between here and there. And another thing I'm finding out, and it's true here in New Mexico as well as Texas, and it's not a great thing. Let's do it this way a little bit. Okay. Anyway, and I've done some checking on making some reservations in Texas, at like Inks Lake State Park, or I don't know, maybe down to Garner or somewhere. But any of the popular state parks that have water around, like lakes or rivers in Texas, you're not going to get, if you get 3 or 4 days in a row, you are going to be very, very lucky. So what that would force me to do if I was doing the state park thing in Texas would be to be moving about maybe twice a week, 8 times a month. And, that's going to run the gas bill up. And plus that, the Texas parks don't have a deal. They end up being $20 a day. They'll waive the entrance fee and a few other cute little things, maybe give you half off on the second day. But overall, they're pretty pricey. Yeah, you're looking at $20 a day, $600 a month, Texas state parks, or in that range. New Mexico, on the other hand, got a good deal. You pay the state park pass fee, either in-state or out-of-state, and then you've got a pretty good deal. However, if you want to go to even some of the less popular state parks, starting in October, when the people from the north, the snowbirds, are moving south to get out of their cold winters, just like the southerners move north to get out of the hot summers, then you run into, like right now, I tried to reserve a few more days at Oliver Lee in October, booked, nothing available. No, I mean with water and electric. And then of course, Caballo Lake, Elephant Butte, those are not very popular places. Well, they get pretty popular in the fall, but Elephant Butte, out the Monticello unit, you can probably get in there because it's kind of off the beaten path, and they can't launch boats there. There's not a whole lot you can do there and so forth. So you can probably find you a spot there, but you're going to be limited on accommodations. And so I kind of see the trail in that area ending for me. Not permanently, because my state park pass is good through the middle of July next year, and I may use it. But if I got me a place here in an RV park out in the boonies that I'm looking at, which I probably will do and try it for a year, is got a great view. There's very few people there. Beautiful place to walk. Good cell phone signal. So it's got a lot of pluses. Okay, and no matter where you go in life, there's always going to be a downside. You know what I mean? You'll be at a place and you say, man, this is great, super, except for that one thing, gnats or biting flies or mosquitoes or something, you know what I mean? And the people out here in Carrizozo, if you ask them about Carrizozo, they're going to tell you that it's windy out here all the time. It's always windy, and that's kind of true. But I have to tell you this: I like the wind, because when the wind's blowing, you ain't got no gnats. You hear that? Ain't got no. Now that is perfect English. If you don't believe me, ask anybody from the South or anywhere. Ain't got no. Anyway, if you ain't got no insects, then it's kind of nice to sit out and have a cold beer and watch the sunset or whatever. I was going to say sunrise, but I only drink beer 30 and after. You know what I mean? So Yeah, so the point of the video in this pointless thing I'm into is that things are changing, and the way you live and enjoy life is you're constantly adapting. So I'm constantly adapting, and it always gives me something to do. I mean, and that's me, man. I'm 76 years old. I'm always, I want to have something to do, something to look forward to. You know what I mean? I want to be planning the next step. You know what I mean? And that's just because without that, life can be damn boring, you know. And boring is, you know, that's what Elon Musk does. He's got a company called the Boring Company that drills holes in the ground or tunnels and stuff. So that's the kind of boring I want to do. And so what else can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? On a Tuesday morning, we'll be traveling tomorrow. Well, let's see. I don't know. I guess I'll post this video today, and then I did one of walking around the Valley of Fires. I'll post it tomorrow. And on we go, guys. Just our softball videos, unedited, and no nothing, just plain Jane stuff. So if you're expecting a movie production, then you're going to have to watch movies. So let's see what mile marker I'm at here, because I'm going to need to pull over and let somebody, because even though I'm going the speed limit, it doesn't matter, you know. Let's see, there's a guy running. Let me pull over and let this guy get by. You know, no good deed goes unpunished, right? You know, you pull over to let somebody pass, and there's a railroad tie in the highway. You know what I mean? That's my luck, yeah. So, but we're doing all right. We're just cruising down this side here. And in fact, I may pull over and end the video. It says pass with care, but I don't know who care is, you know? I have to find me a girl named Care to ride along with me so I can pass cars. You know, see, if you were from another country and you saw a sign like that, that you may read it that way. You may think, well, hell, I don't know anybody named Care. Yo. Well, there was a guy operating a backhoe. He was from Italy, and he accidentally hit a pipe, and they came out and interviewed him. So, well, man, didn't you see that sign right there? And he said, yeah, I saw it. They said, who is she anyway? Virginia Pippolini. You know, it showed a big sign showing there was a pipeline there, Virginia Pippolini, like pipeline. Let me pull over and let this old trucker get by. There you go, trucker. Good God, what it is. I'm pulling over. See, no good deed goes unpunished, right? I'm pulling over and he ain't coming. Here he comes. Why do I do this? What kind of guy I am. That's all. I'm just being me, guys. Old Mr. Courtesy. But anyway, guys, yeah, things are changing. Adapt. Or you'll be very damn frustrated. Life will be miserable. So with that in mind, out here on highway, what is this? I don't know what highway this is. 54? I don't know. That's a good number. So anyway, guys, I'm headed south or southwest. So anyway, guys, this is Rusty78609 saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye, buy anything you want anytime, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, keep your health. Use the Amazon link. Just click on the link in the description of the video and go for it. Anyway, guys, enjoy your life. Adios. Bye-bye.